Hey, hi. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, good morning to you. How you doing today? How are you? How are you doing this morning? Yeah, this is Study Cash. I'm here again. The night economy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing this morning? How are you doing this morning? How are you doing this morning? Let me see who is awake. Yeah, let me see who is awake this morning. You know, practically yesterday in Nigeria, there is public holiday and people have a very lovely time, and it's some people claim to rest, but business is still going on as usual. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. The night economy. We're starting a little bit late this morning. You're right. And I can assure you it's also going to be a wonderful time. We're going to spend or invest together another few minutes that you can also pick ideas that can help you. Let me see who is awake. Let me see who is here. Emeka is here this morning. Emeka has been here for a couple of days, really. Okay, it's been here for a couple of days, and I'm screenshot. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the numbers of people that have been consistent with the night economy, and perhaps I have something in stock for you. I won't announce it yet, but let's get to the end of the entirety of this process. Wow, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. How you doing today? We had a good time yesterday. I hope what you are learning, you're finding a way to put them to practice. Remember that learning, the essence of learning. Wow, tell me about that. Tell me about that. Let me see. Are you ready to come live? Can I bring you live this for 5 minutes? Are you ready? Are you in a safe place? Can you come live? Emeka, can you come live? Should I bring you live? Can you? Just say yes. All I need for you to say yes. Emeka, can you come live? Just say yes or no. If you say no, I let you be and I will continue. If you say yes, I bring you on. It could just be for a few minutes. Just want you to share your experience or kind of a testimonials of what happened to you. All right, can you come live? Do you want to come live? Okay, fantastic. So I'm bringing you live now. I've sent you an invitation. Just accept the invitation. Hey, my guy, how you doing, man?
I'm fine, sir.
Good,
Good
good,
evening.
good, good, good,
Good
good,
morning,
good.
sir.
Good morning, good morning. How are you today?
I'm doing fine,
Wow,
sir. I'm doing fine.
wow,
How are
wow.
you, sir?
It's beautiful. It's so nice to have you here, man.
I,
So
I,
tell me what happened really. What happened? What
okay.
happened? How do you go about creating your merchandise? You know, the reason why I'm excited about bringing you on is the fact that I strongly believe that um, truth will set you free if you act on it. All right. And so many a time, a lot of people they are used to hearing things. All right. And I'm not moved by people hearing things and say, wow, this is a great concept, this is a great content. But the truth is, the whole idea of sacrificing nights, being here with people, is just to let people, they can have a better life, they can have a better economy. All right. So if I share these things, and I want people to prove me wrong. And the way I want them to prove me wrong is to test it. All right. Because there is no way you will know whether what I'm sharing with you is real or somebody's just reading a book somewhere and just trying to pour some stuff on you. And so when I see people that tell me, I put this into practice and it works. I just want I want other people to hear, So tell me, how did it go?
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for the privilege to
Awesome,
come
man.
live with you. I missed yesterday class, but it was like that was the only class that blessed me. So when I woke up in the morning, I was so bittered about the whole thing, but I had to go through the class before going for work. So, but what happened this morning was that after listening to that class, to the program yesterday, I was challenged. We talked about how I am an enterprise, and being an enterprise, I should have merchandises that will create fortune for me or create other streams of income for me. So I discovered that this has been the problem I've been having. I have so many skills, so much skills that I get confused sometimes on the particular one to monetize, just like you said yesterday. So what happened was that I I started going back. I wrote a lot of skills that I had. I wrote a lot of them down. So what happened was I now picked two of them, which was I am a graphic designer and a web designer, which I learned in 2017 and 19. But I've been giving out the knowledge for free. Even politicians call me and I do design for them. They just give me praises and sometimes we hang around together. But I've not really thought about the merchandise aspect of it. But this morning, I just quickly made a design on graphic design and web design and sent it to that same politician that used, my skill for their own glory. And one of them, through their network, connected so many people. And this evening, I received a lot of alerts for them to join my training on the 9th of October.
Wow,
Yes,
wow,
sir.
wow,
Yes,
wow,
sir.
wow.
Yes, sir. So it really made me to be so excited because I didn't see this coming. I didn't see it coming in any way because so many times I've really talked to people about my skill, talked to people about what I do, but today was different because of the fire I got from the class I attended. It was really burning. I had to stand up in my room and challenge myself and say, "Wow, that this has really changed my mindset about who I am." Even if I don't go to work in the morning and I sit to train 20 people, that is already a satisfaction for me. So thank you so much, sir, for that great opportunity yesterday. I really appreciate that. I really
Wow,
appreciate
wow. I'm so honored by that.
it. Thank you, sir.
Yes, I'm so honored.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right, so that's fine. That's fine. Awesome.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate, sir.
All right. Thank you. All right, great. Oh, great, beautiful, wonderful. I really, I'm so honored by that. What Emeka shared with us, and I believe that few persons are going to see that again and again because it just shows you that it's action that set you free. You're right. Action is what set people free. Knowing that you are an enterprise and every enterprise must be profitable, and there is a profit quadrant to an enterprise. And so the first profit quadrant, one of the profit quadrant to an enterprise is merchandise. And everybody has a merchandise, and it's only your merchandise that you can monetize. And we shared that yesterday. Can you hear me? Or can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you can hear me, just say yes. So I need that feedback so that I can move on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can someone hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. You can hear me? Okay, that's great. That's great. Fantastic. It's good to know. All right, Don James, thank you for being here as well. That should be network from your hand. It should be network from your hand. Emeka, it should be network from your hand. It should be network from your hand, because when you were talking to me, there was a break in in the store, maybe the network that you have, maybe there's fluctuation there, but some people can hear me, so maybe you can just restart that. Okay, fantastic. Mr. Sunday, good to see you this morning, sir. All right, so it's beautiful to know that people will take the concept in a different zone and begin to put them into practice, because the whole idea, the whole assignment is to be able to show you how. You see, we are all sitting on money at every different time. Ebube, it's good to see you this morning. Collins, it's good to see you. Oh, fantastic, Emeka. So that's fine. So it's good now. All right. So it's always a good news. It's always a testimonial. It's always an exciting point to know that principles does not have a favorite. All right. Principles does not have a favorite. Anyone that put principle to work will definitely reap the harvest of it. All right. So that is very, very, very fundamental. Okay. And this morning, today, I'm literally sharing with you how to be an action taker. All right. And so before I share that with you, I want to talk to you about what I call the three wonders. All right. And I'm going to show you how you take actions from these three wonders, and how the world, the financial institutions of this world have deceived a lot of people. They have used languages and words to try to sell different things to you, and it has affected a lot of people's mindset. So this morning I want to talk to you. I want to take you to a journey. I call it the three wonders. And these three wonders are going to be in a different way. Number one, I'm going to be talking to you about 3R. The first R is about retirement. The second R is about returns. And the third R is about risks. All right. So you see, these three things, if you understand them very well, you can change your universe. All right. And so, but let me just recap. Just like Emeka, I brought him in this morning because I wanted him to share his idea about what it was not part of the class yesterday, according to him. He worked, he slept, he was not happy with himself. He woke up, he watched the replay, and guess what happened? He took this idea, and today he has received a lot of money. Now, guess what happened? He does not have to borrow another skill. He already have the skill. The only difference, what changes season, is an insight that he applied. Because this is what I say to people. Season will change, insight will change your season, action will change your luck. I'll say that again. Insight will change your season, action will change your luck. Insight will change your season, action will change your luck. So you see, if you want to be lucky, you have to learn to take action. So the more action that you take, the more luckier you can be. All right. And so you were not, someone will look as if he's luckier because now he earned something. Inside changes season. Now, being poor, being broke is a season. Having money in your bank account is a season. All right. So the point is, you can change either of the season in your life by the insight that you have. So a lot of people, and you can have several seasons within a year in your life. September is coming to an end in few days, and the truth of the matter is, you can have a new season this morning, because you see, Emeka moved from yesterday to today, and he had a new season today because insight changes season. So the point is, insight will change your season, action will change your luck. So the moment you know how to take action, you can set yourself free from limitation that is holding a lot of people back. Because one thing that you have to learn is that action sets you free. Just like truth will make you free, action will set you free. So insight. So what do you want to do with your life? You want to buy time. You want to buy insight. You want to buy wisdom. And that's why it's not easy. But you wake up in the morning, early hour of this morning, and you're watching the night economy. It's not easy. But the question is, you want insight in your life. You want insight in your life. The moment I was less than 17 years old when I discovered that, I met a man that I wrote in my book, The Money Code. And I was talking about how I met this man, and literally, this man was giving me insight. And as I was giving me insight, this insight that I was hearing him give to me as a young person, I took action on this insight. And then one of the things I learned as a young fellow is that I started learning how to read. I started learning how to read, and I started reading. I started reading books. I started studying books because you see, I wanted to create ancestor money. And what is an ancestor money? An ancestor money is the money that you create that the coming generation are going to build their destinies on it. That is fantastic. Here's what Emeka just said. It was literally going bankrupt because bankruptcy is a season. All right. And then you can change that season by insight. All right. Being broke, being bankruptcy is a season of life. And you can literally change that season of your life through insight. So one of the things I tell people is that insight does not need you. You need insight. Insight does not need you. You need insight. So what I've learned to do, let me tell you a little bit about my life. Okay. I'm the youngest of 6 children, right? I'm the youngest of 6 children. And I grew up in one room apartment, one room, excuse me, that's not an apartment. I grew up in one room, just one room, with other siblings of mine. You see, the room I am now, that is my study. It just literally the size of the room in whom I grew up. And about 6 of us live in that room. All right. My father was a generous man. He went to the village, he saw my cousin roaming the street in Ekiti State, and he brought my cousin to join us in Lagos. All right. So we're many of us staying in that one room apartment. Right. My eldest brother grew up with my grandmother. And at a point in time, he came in and was in university, he joined us in that same one room, and we are all staying there. My other brother was, and so as a young fellow, at the age of when I was in GSS 3 and I was going to SS1, I started working in a bakery. I started working in a night because my elder brother was working in a bakery at that time as an accountant, as it were. So they produced bread all night, stroke in the morning when people would come and buy the bread. I was working in that bakery. And as I was moving into SS1, I was baptized. I was baptized into learning, into reading. So the first book I ever read as a GS3 student that I bought was a book called The Power of Positive Thinking from Norman Vincent Peale. And, another book that was given to me at the time was a book called Maximum Impact. I don't know the title. I don't know the author anymore, but it was a voluminous book. And I started reading these books. But you know what? I was looking for something. I was born in a poor environment. I was born in a poor family. I never saw any uncle that I've ever traveled abroad before, except my mother's younger brother that traveled abroad and never returned. It died in the United Kingdom. All right. But the truth of the matter is, I never saw any uncle, any cousin, anyone that owns a car when I was growing up. All right. I never. So there was nothing around me that inspired me. So I needed to find inspiration in the right way. So I was given to books. All right. I started learning. I started reading. I was not reading because I like it. I was reading to find a way out. And then I remember I was 16 when I read a book called As a Man Thinketh by James Harlan. I was 16 years old when I read a book by a man called James Harlan, 16 years old. And that book literally changed my world. It was like a pamphlet. It was a small book, all right? I was 16 years old. If you look at my age now, that was 25 years ago. I was 16 years old when I read the book, okay? And I read the book. I read the book. And one of the chapters of the book was called Circumstances. And I can never forget the line of that place. It said, many people are so anxious to change their circumstances without changing themselves. As a result of that, their circumstances remain the same. And he continued by saying, the circumstances does not make a man, circumstances reveal him to himself. So that was the best of my traveling within. And one of the chapters of the book was talking about if a man travel within, he cannot stand still without. I remember my brother, my immediate elder brother and I, in that one-room apartment, on the glass of the house, we wrote that line of words and we put it on the wall. A man cannot travel within. My brother has a more fine calligraphic handwriting than I, and he wrote it on the glass. The book, As a Man Thinketh. I read the book again and again. I read the book. It becomes like one of my mini Bible at the time. All right. I kept reading that book. As a teenager, I started reading Bible. I was reading Bible. I was not reading Bible for religious sake. I was looking for something. I was looking for tested guidelines. But you know what happened? As I was going that way, but guess what happened? When I was 24, I started going deeper into learning. I was learning. I was sharing things with people of my age and in different groups and all of that. But I was sounding intelligent, but I was not acting so. And that's what happened to a couple of people. They sound intelligent, but they're not acting so. I was 24 plus when I made up my mind. I said, I'm sick and tired of knowing something that I'm not doing, because the truth is, I can't claim to know something that I have not done. The essence of learning is not learning. The essence of learning is mastery. So in other words, when you claim, you have not learned by reading. You have not learned by listening to me. No. Do you know when you have learned? You have learned when you take action on what you hear from me. When you take action on what you have read. All right. So I started reading, I started learning. As a teenager, as a very 12, as a very 12, 13-year-old boy, I used to organize street football. So I used to organize street football. And then I will be playing street football. I grew up playing table tennis very well. So as an uneducated, unenlightened young fellow of 10, 11, 12, I was given into gambling at that time. And I used to play gamble with my friends. It's an entertainment to me, and because I was very skillful in playing table tennis, ping pong. And so people will literally come and hire me. People will literally come and hire me and take me to play table tennis and gamble on it and make money. Okay, so literally back in secondary school, I was almost going, disarray, because I started getting to school in GS2, GS3. You will run out of school with some guys. We will go behind a place and just play table tennis and hang around the local food restaurant, and we eat food. We will not go to school. We hang around. But when I got into SS1, I literally changed, because I wanted to be somebody. I wanted to be bigger. I wanted to be better. So I started learning and I started reading. So the book were opening me up to a new world. One of the reasons why I write today, one of the reasons why I'm documenting all my process, the shut up and collect the money, close or lose, the money code, the real estate cash flow machine, stay hungry, go starving, okay? My newest book, and one of my books that have not come out yet, the Wealth Genotype and the Millionaire Portfolios and all of that. I'm documenting this because this is not a book from a reader. This is a book from an action taker. I've documented what works for me, so that you can work for you. So guess what happened? The insight I'm getting, when I was 24 plus, I told myself, from today, I am going to have a bias towards action. You see, between that time and 27 and a half years old, I made $1 million. What happened? I would have made $1 million faster than that if I had started taking action. I started embracing rejection, because I know that I cannot be elevated into the next level of my life if I am afraid of being rejected. So what happened? I started doing that. I started learning. I started I started reading, I started learning, I started mastering, I started taking action. I started experimenting, because experimentation never fails. Experimentation never fails, man. You know, if in all of the classes I've taken in the last few days, you know, night economy, if there's anything you have put into action and it has worked for you, let me know. If anything has worked for you, just like Emeka just told me now, something I shared yesterday about, and you know, he picked it up about merchandise and he put it to practice today, and guess what? Money flowed into his account. You know, so Emeka is going to send the tithe and the prophet offering, because prophet is prophet. You know, that's on the lighter mode. Okay. So the point is, if anything has ever worked for you, if something has worked for you, you know, in what I've been sharing in the night economy, because the truth of the matter is, I want your life to be better. I want you to be able to take charge of your own word. Let me tell you something. You know, so very fantastic, very fantastic. Many people are not, they have skill, but they don't know how to monetize. Okay. I'm gonna do a series. I'm gonna do a series in the night economy that I will call it monetization mastery. All right. Monetization mastery. And I'm gonna show you how to go from how to how to get paid. You see, I get paid every day. I get paid every day. People pay me a lot of money every single day. You see, if I tell you how I get paid yesterday, it's gonna shock you. Because you see, I don't get paid with my sweat. I get paid with my creativity. I know how to get money. You see, one of my biggest problem in life is that my brain is hacked. My brain sees money everywhere. Okay. I can turn anything to money legally, credibly. All right. So, and it's a skill that I think I can give to the world. And so, and I began to put these things to practice. So I made money. By 27 and a half, I made $1 million. And the mistake I made at that time is that I started settling. When I made money, I started settling. But you know, after a while, I discovered that I can do it. I can be the Forbes list. I can make $1 billion. I can make $10 billion. I can create things that will change the world. And today, people pay me. People pay me for all manner of things I can't even tell you here. You know, so the point of people pay me. I get paid. I experiment with ideas. I'm an experimenter, because experimentation never fails. So I can show you how to monetize anything. All right. Yesterday I was with a guy that is into real estate of a kind, and I was showing him how his company can make more money. He opened his mouth, he could not close it. All right. And the point is, because I see money everywhere. I see money. I see money. I see money in everything. That is my destiny, to show you how to create money from things that you thought there's no money in it. Okay, so the point is, because I've done it, I've created money from funny things. I've created money from just what excites me. I've learned to make money from what I love to do. And I use what I love to do to help you do what you love to do. Okay, so the point is, I'm going to show you the profit formula and how it works, because there is a formula to profit. I call it the P plus P is equal to P. So what is a P? The ultimate P is a profit. Profit is equal to P plus P. And if you know how to do the P plus P, guess what happened to you? You are going to get paid. So I'm going to show you that, but not for today. So, but if you can pick the idea of the merchandise, all right, if you can pick the idea of the merchandise and begin to use them, you realize that your life is an enterprise. If it's an enterprise, a profitable enterprise, there is a merchandise that you need to monetize, and then you optimize. So if you optimize this, you start creating. You see, I am a systemic guy. Okay. So when things work for me, the problem of Africa, the problem of Nigeria, is that Nigeria does not have systems. So people don't have system. That's why when you ask somebody how does it make money, we say by the grace of God. All right. So you're wondering what's happening to me. This guy, the grace of God is working for him. Why is the grace not working for me? The honest truth is the grace of God is real. But it's not just the grace of God. That grace of God can be processed so that other people can also learn from what you have gotten. And so the moment you know how to document things, you realize that you can easily create money. Let me say this to you, and I need you to process it because it's going to affect you right now. It's going to affect you right now. One of the easiest things to make in the world is money. Did you hear me? Did I say something? One of the easiest things to make in the world is money. The reason why you're finding it difficult and you struggle is because of the way you have been programmed. And it's not your fault. It's the people that program you. I was once like that too. You get scared. You're wondering, how am I going to make it? But it's not. You have to learn you have to learn. One of the easiest things to manifest, to demonstrate on earth is money. Money is useless without you. But you need to understand, how does money come to people? Why do people pay other people money? You need to understand this underlying structure and how to apply them into your life. The moment you can do that, guess what happens to you? You begin to, for me, it's a fun hand. I hand money as a game. It's a sport. It's a game that I play. I love the game of money. I met one of my schoolmates that I saw the last time for 23 years ago. And then I used to play football a lot. And he asked me, do you say to play football? I said, I don't play football a game, but I now play the game of money. Money is a game. It's not a work. Do you hear what I just said? Money is a game. It's not work. It's because you think it's work to make money. That's why you're like, oh my God. No, making money is not work. It's a game. The wealthy don't see making money as a work. They see it as a game. The middle class and the poor sees making money as a work. That's why it's not working. It's a game. And if it's a game, it has rules. And if it has rules, you can learn the rules. And if you master the rules, you become the ruler of it. Money is a game. It's not a work. It's only a work to the middle class. It's only a work to the poor. Money is not a work. Making money is not a work. It's a game. And if it's a game, there is a rule. And a rule can be learned. And if you learn the rule, you master the rule, you become the ruler. And that's what I learned. And I keep learning the game. I keep learning the game. I keep learning the game. For instance, they told you that time is money. They told you that time is money. They even sang it as a song. We grew up singing the song, time na money, oh, time na money, hey, time na money, hey, time na money. Okay, but the truth of the matter is, that's a lie. By the way, it's not a lie. That is a dangerous lie. Because time is not money. You can make money in time, but time is not money. So what is time? Number one, two things about time that you need to know for you to be free. Two things about time for you to know. Number one, time is more important than money. So if you spend the larger part of your life, now look at it. Now think with me on this. If something is more valuable, are you going to use something that is lesser valuable to get something that is more valuable? No. So you can use something that is lesser valuable to get something that is more valuable. Money is less valuable than money, than time. Money is less valuable than time. So, but this is what happened. Most people are using what is more valuable than money to get something, to get the money. No, that's not what to do. That's not how to live it. And that's why it's as if your life, you're getting older and you're getting poorer rather than getting richer. But it's not your fault also. That is how you are programmed. So what do you need to do? You need to break out of that programming. Time is not money. Number one, time is more than money. Number two, time is life. All right, so that's why they call it lifetime. Time is not money. Time is more than money. Time is life. In other words, the moment you don't have time anymore, you are gone. Okay, but what do you want to do with money? There is something you can do with money. If you know how to do it, just use money to buy time. Use money to get time. So that's why The wealthy people have drivers, they have cleaners, they hire staff, they hire different set of people. What do you think they are doing? They are using money to buy back time. Because one of the things the best thing you can use your money for is not to ball, is to leverage your life. All right. So time is not money, time is life. So if you know that time is life, every time that you are buying more life. Okay. You see, if we're going to live forever, everybody will be rich. But we can't live forever on this side of the eternity. So what happened is that time is a limited resource that must be used judiciously to do what is most important to you. So what do you want to use your time for? You want to use your time to create memories. You want to use your time and invest it with people that matters to you. So the best thing you can do with your money is to use it to buy back your time. All right? Use your money to buy back your time. And so that's why, you can. I have staff. I have domestic staff to work in my house, and I'm so grateful for all of them. You know what happened? Because I use money to buy back time. Right? I use money to create memories. I take my wife out almost every weekend. We go on a short romance every weekend. I'm just using money to create memories. I use money to create memories. I use money to buy convenience. All right. So, but time is not money. Time is more than money. All right. If you lose money, you can buy, you can get it back. But if your time is over, you're gone. You heard of the guy that died in Nigeria? His name is Mohbad, right? His name is Mohbad. And the truth of the matter is, the guy now, people are doing all sort of stuff for him and all of that. Talented young fellow. People are doing all sort of stuff for him. But the truth of the matter, time is over, man. Okay, it's what he has done on ground now. The music that people are now doing. So what has he done? He created an asset. He created things that can also speak even when he can't physically speak anymore. But time is over. Time is a limited resource and it must be used for what is most important to you. But see, people are using time for what is less important. So people are literally selling the larger punch of their time for less money. And that's why they are broke. That is why Nigerian Bureau of Statistics says 90% of people that get to 60 years old will not be, it says, this is how the statistics stated. It said 90% of people that get to 60, people are afraid to get to the age of 60. And the statistic continues. According to the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, the statistic continues, the survey continues, that the reason the people get scared of getting to the age of 60 is because they are afraid they will not be able to fund their life. And the statistic continues. They say, why would not be able to fund their life? Because they don't have anything, any asset apart from their time to be able to fund their living. So they are afraid. Old age is a beautiful thing. But old age can also, one of the things that my mentor said to me is that life is miserable when your money finish before your life. Okay, that's not how he said it. My billionaire mentor said to me at the time, he said that life is miserable when you live longer than your money. All right. He said life is miserable when you live longer than your money. He said life is miserable when you live longer than your money. In other words, people are afraid to get to 60 years old. Why? Because they are afraid that they will not be able to fund their living. So the first thing that a lot of people have been told a lie about, the RSA, the retirement savings account, most of these things are scam. They have deceived you. All right. So the first wonders that you need to crack in your life is wonders of retirement. What does retirement means to you? When you live longer than your money, not your mother, when you live longer than your money. Life is miserable when you live longer than your money. When your money finish before you go. Okay. What do you want to do? You want to have longer money than you will live on the earth. You want to be able to leave a longer money so that the coming generation can still benefit from the wealth that you have created. So one of the first lies that they will lie to is a lie of retirement. So they lie to you about what retirement is. All right. They told you that if you want to retire, so some group of people call them financial institution. They created a system and said, come on, just put your money in. But this is what I said. They are doing business, but I need you to learn here. Don't follow what the financial institution, don't do what the financial institution tell you. Observe them and do what they do. The money that you are putting in the retirement account, where does a financial institution put it? Now they tell you they're going to fund your retirement account. They're going to be able to give you money. But you see, when it comes to retirement account, there are two dimensions. There's what we call definite benefit. So that means if you put your money into a retirement account, it's savings. That's what they call it, RSA, retirement savings account. It's just a savings account. Inflation affected, realities of life affected, time affected. So what happened is, some people, after they retire, you see, they're literally telling you that your standard of living is going to go lower when you had stopped working. But you see, it's called chronological retirement, like a biological retirement. Who says to you that you have to be 65 before you retire? Because there are two kinds of retirement. And you see, let me tell you, the definition they have told you is that retirement means that you stop working. No, that is a lie, and it's a dangerous lie. Okay, it's a dangerous lie. Someone has lied to you. Come on, come closer. Let me tell you, they have lied to you because they want to collect your money. Because you are not meant to stop working. You are meant to die working. Because you see, there's what we call clinical death. Humans are created to work. Our brain is designed to be in action till the end. But this is what happened to you. Somebody programmed you. Let me tell you something. Retirement is 103 years old. Did you hear what I just said now? Retirement is 103 years old. It was created in an industrial age when politicians promise people that we are going to make you, we're going to make sure that you live forever. Your bills are funded and all of that. And this what happened when a lot of people now, they need to provide work for people. And as a result of that, they now need to put a peg on the years that people can work. And that automatically gets some people to start dying. Because the truth is, you are not meant to retire. You are meant to be financially free, but not to retire. So what happened is, the truth, so I call it chronological retirement and functional retirement. So it's an idea, it's a scam. Somebody created it. And a lot of people, generation upon generation now, decades upon decades, people are bought into this idea. And they begin to plan for retirement. My father was an headmaster of a school. And the moment he retired, they gave him a wristwatch, a clockwork. They gathered, they celebrated him, and some people gathered. And a few years after my father retired, he had a stroke. And a few years after that, he died. Because you see, he was an active man. And the system make him redundant because you are not meant to retire. But this is what you're meant to do. So you can divide what they call retirement into retirement and reboot. So you're not meant to retire, you're meant to reboot. What happened is that you switch your occupation. So you switch the purpose of work. It means that you stop working for money. So retirement is not about age, it's about your stage of income. Retirement is not about your age, it's about your stream of income. Retirement is not about age, it's about cash flow. It means that if you are the age of 40 years old and all that you need to fund your life is 50 million every year, and you can create assets that can fund your life even when you are sleeping, you are functionally retired and you can spend the rest of your life doing what excites your soul. I call that reboot rather than retire. You are not meant to retire, you are meant to reboot. That is functional retirement. So what happened is that they lied to you. So you are submitting your life into a biological retirement. So you're working in a place, you're already 54. You're telling yourself that very soon I will soon retire. And you're simply telling yourself that very soon I will soon die. And when life still have more things to offer you, you're already surrendering to that. You see, a lot of people are dead before they die, whereas you should die when you die. You should live till you die, but a lot of people are dead, but they're still living. It's about cash flow. It's not about your age. So you can functionally retire and reboot at the age of 35. Okay. So what you need to do is to start thinking. So don't buy into the lie. Not the first, I call it the 3 wonders. The first lie, the lie to you is a lie that you have to retire. Retirement is a scam. Don't be deceived. You are not meant to retire. You see, one of the things that make old age boring is because somebody tells you that you should not work anymore. You should work. It's just that the purpose of your work is different. You see, I love a man. I told you I'm going to share the concept of that man with you very soon. Warren Buffett. He's a beautiful man, awesome man. Grandpa, we call him. One of the things that his company, Berkshire Hathaway, the philosophy and the policy of that company is this. People don't retire in Berkshire Hathaway except they stop producing. Because retirement should be based on production, not on your duration. All right. So your retirement should be based on production, not on your duration. It means that because you're 17 years old, old age is not a disease. So because someone is growing old or is aging does not mean he cannot produce anymore. Look at Professor Wole Soyinka at 90 something. He's still very active. Look at Papa Akintola Williams, just died at 104. He was still a very involving man until his death. Guess what happened? Warren Buffett is like 97 now. His partner is more than 104 years old. Both of them, they are the CEO and the deputy of Berkshire Hathaway, one of the most valuable company in the world, because they did not buy into the scam of the word retirement. Because retirement is not about your age, it's about, but Warren Buffett does not need money. He's working for his excitement. A few years ago, he gave 3 of his children $1 billion each to do the foundation of the time. He bequeathed larger part of his stock, of his values, of his wealth into Melinda Gates and Bill Gates and Melinda Gates Foundation, to be able to help people around the world. But this is what they said. They say nobody retire in the organization except you stop producing. So I concluded by saying, I submit to you that retirement should be more about production, not about your duration. But the scamming society says to you that the moment you get to a particular age, just stop working. Why should you stop working? And that's why you want to create many expressions in your life. So retirement is a scam. Don't buy into it. All right. So what do you want to do instead? Create a functional retirement. Begin to ask yourself, what amount do I need to fund my life? Inflation inclusive. So I need 40 million. Begin to buy asset, begin to build asset, begin to gather all of those things and begin to do them, put them together so that you are working and then you are building systems that can generate wealth that can help you to live your life. Many people that work in government parastatals, civil servants and all of that, it's a civil, you need to engage in civil disobedience that is positive. And how do you do that? You need to tell yourself that I'm not retiring, even though when I'm leaving the work here. In other words, you have to create a second streams, a third streams, because the truth of the matter is, a lot of people die when they retire mentally, because there are 2 kinds of death: physical death and clinical death. Most people die mentally first because they feel they are redundant now. Because retirement means that you are now not useful to the society anymore. If you're not useful to the society anymore, you are dead to the society. You become redundant consistent to the society. It is a scam. Some people created it just to fund their own policy. Don't buy into that policy. It's not for you. That's number one. So the first wonders, the wonders you need to create is to redefine what a retirement means to you. Retirement is not about your age. Retirement is about your cash flow stream. So what cash flow are you building? Because wealth is cash flow stream that come to you predictably, consistently, and perpetually without you. That's what wealth is all about. So begin to build wealth. Buy asset, buy land, follow the compel strategy. That's one of the strategy I'm going to share with you in the night economy. Follow the compel strategy. You see, land does not grow in value. It's only land that you buy with a compel strategy that consistently grow in value. So follow the compel strategy. Buy asset. Okay. Develop skills that can make money, just like what Emeka did. You know, just merchandise the skill that he has. Many of you have skills here, and begin to learn how to sell, learn how to negotiate, learn how to lead, learn how to delegate, learn automations and all of those processes. Put it into your life. Begin to create. Have a freedom date, the day that you will stop working for money. You see, because the best employee in the world is money. If you learn how to employ money, money is going to work for you forever. I remember one of the stories, one of my neighbors a few years ago. I remember the last 2 elections away in Nigeria, we were talking, and he told me about the first property that they bought, many, in a side of the mainland of Lagos at the time. And he said when he bought this property, he was still working in a bank at the time. And he said the colleagues of his told him about the land, and he bought the land for 2.5 million a plot. And he bought 4th plot of the land at that time for 10 million, and he was paying gradually, and he finished paying. And after 4 years that he bought the land, he left the banking world, and he called his friend and he asked, he has never seen the land before. And he called his friend and he asked for the land. And the friend said he should come and see the place. And they went to the estate. It's fully developed. By the way, the only land that is remaining in the place is his land. And the first day that they got on the land, somebody walked up to him and said, sorry, what are you doing here? He said, I'm the owner of this land. So we've been looking for who owns this land. And the person said, someone wants to buy your land. They have been looking for the owner. And he thought it was a joke. He bought the land 4 years in between for 2.5. And they offered him 25 million naira for each of the plot of the land. He told me the story himself. And he said they called him when he got home that there is a buyer. And he was like, he was just joking. He told them that you pay 25 million each. And he said less than 1 week, they transferred 100 million naira to him. For the land he bought, he has never seen. The first time he saw the land, somebody was offering him money. And he said that's when he knew the power of real estate. And today, this person, he owns amazing houses, event centers in the heart of Lagos. That's how he turned his 10 million into 100 million. And this is what I say. He employed 10 million naira. Even when he was sleeping, the 10 million naira was working for him, to the point that when he came back for the money 4 years later, the employee called money has turned his 10 million to 100 million for him. What a good employee money is if you know how to use it intelligently. Hire money and use it well. Because if you hire money has a multiplier's effect and it can produce a lot for you. So need to understand that. Most people spend all their life working for money without having any clue about how money works. You see, if you spend your life working for money, when you stop working for money, nothing will work for you. So you need to let how money work so that money can work for you. Because you see, money was not designed for you to work for it. Money was designed to work for you. So the system only turn it upside down for you. When you buy an asset intelligently, you are buying an asset so that money can work for you. Let money work for you so that you can do what you love. You see, when money begins to work for you, you will do what you love. So one of the first lies and the wonders that you need to turn on your head is the idea of retirement. Retirement, as it is today, is a scam. And I've seen a lot of people fall into this scam and buy into this lie, and I want you to stop it right now. That's not for you. And that's why you're in the night economy, so I can show you how it works. All right. So that's the first thing. The next thing that I lie to you about is the financial institutions of this world lie to you that if you want higher return, you are going to engage in higher risks. They will say higher return means higher risks. You see, higher return is not higher risks. The reason why they are telling you like that is that they know you don't know better and it's not your fault. Nobody ever told you. It is not risk that determines return. Now listen to this. It is not risk that determines return. It is control. It is not return that is called risks. Let me say it like that. It is not return that is called risks. It is lack of control that creates risks. Hello. It is lack of control. If you don't have control over your personal economy, your economy is risky. All right. It is not returns that is called risks. It is lack of control that creates risks. So the question I want to ask you is that you are waiting for when they are going to increase minimum wage. Who determines how much you earn? If your employer is the one that determines how much you earn, so they pay you 300,000 as a salary, or 500,000, or 1 million as a salary, and then they are the one that determines. So it's when the management or whoever sit down on the plan, and so you have to determine when they are going to increase your salary. Now that means that is risky. Why? Because it is not the return that is risky. It is the fact that you don't have control of the return. That is what is risky. So what happened? Every organization that will make you rich must have 4 streams of income in place for you. Every organization that will make you rich. It is not a crime to work. It is not a crime to have a job. It is only a crime when you have a job that does not have a vehicle of wealth in it. I will say that again. It is not a crime to have a job. It's only a financial crime for you to have a job that does not have a wealth creation vehicle in it. Because it is that wealth creation vehicle that will take you to wealth as a destination. So what is a wealth creation vehicle? The bottom of the wealth creation vehicle in a job is a salary, and it's called basic salary. It is called basic salary for a reason. Why? Because it is basic. It's only meant to take care. The word salary was first used by Aristotle many years ago. And the word is called salarius. It's like a sword. It is meant to sustain you. It is meant to make you survive. So salary is not a bad idea, but it cannot lead you to wealth. So what happened is that it's just one of the streams of income that you can get on the job. So it's a job is not bad on its own. It is when the job does not have a wealth creation vehicle in need that makes it bad for your personal economy. So the lowest is that in your organization, is there a room for commission structure? Is there a room for compensation that you can, if you bring in money to the organization is going to reward you percentage of the money. Do you have that? You see, you are in control of that. So if you are in control of that, you have reduced your risks. The higher the control, let me teach you this. The higher the control, the lower the risks. The lesser the control, the higher the risks. So it's not the return that determines risks. Now, the financial institutions of the world try to lie to you and tell you that no, why will you earn big interest on the money? So they want to give you a low interest on the money because they let you believe that if the interest is high, the risk is high. No, it's a lie. Interest does not determine risks. It is lack of control of the dynamics of what you are doing that determines what risk is. So the size of your risk is determined by the level of your control. Are you picking something off from what I just put down now? Is that shifting something in your head? Is it better financial education for you? If it is, say yes to the comment section. Let me hear you say yes. Let me say yes. Let me hear you say yes. If this makes sense to you. If this makes sense to you, the retirement concept, the retirement concept, the return concept, you see, that's what you have been told for many years. It's a lie. The financial institutions have lied to you and I. I set myself free from that lie because lie is a trap. And many people can get used and begin to mentally romance lie for the rest of their life. They lie to you about retirement. They have lied to you about returns. So it is not return, it is not interest that determines. So let me give you an instance. I followed a compare strategy once upon a time. I followed a compare strategy once upon a time. I bought a land somewhere for 30 million. All right. I bought a land somewhere for 30 million. 30 million. Yeah, I want to get the number right. I bought the land somewhere for 30 million. And then in 7 years, I sold the land for 300 million. All right. Because I follow a compare strategy. I bought the land for 30 million. In 6 years, I sold the land for 300 million. What is the difference? What really happened to me? Because I followed a compare strategy. I'm in control. All right. So I'm in control. I'm in control. I'm in control. So the higher the control, the lesser the risks. The lesser the control, the higher the risks. So who is in control of your personal economy? Is it your employer? Is it your government? Or is it you? You see, the truth is a lot of people. So the lowest is a basic salary. The next is commission. So commission, you are in control of commission. The third is that if you do this, we are going to give you a level of bonus. So there's a company that have a bonus system. So because if you earn the commission, if you do this for the organization says we're going to give you this. Do they have a commission system? Do you have an option system? All right. Do you have a raise system that can raise money? So you want to know what you can in your organization. Because you see, these are wonders that you can create, financial wonders for yourself. Number one is to redefine what retirement is. And retirement can take you to financial freedom on time, because retirement has nothing to do with your age. It has everything to do with your cash flow. So you want to reboot. You don't want to retire. All right. So what you want to do is to reboot and redefining things for yourself. Number two is to think about the concept of interest, returns. And so you go to a bank, they will tell you, they will tell you, this is the amount you can collect from the money you're bringing and all of that. Because see, the whole idea of buying stock or putting money in fixed deposit, they lie to you. Yes. You know why they lie to you? Because it is not the 200,000 or 500,000 that you are putting in the fixed deposit, or 1 million in the fixed deposit, that is going to make the bank rich. The bank thinks about the volume. So the bank wants 100,000 people to bring it to put 100,000 or 500,000 or 300,000 in the fixed deposit, in the mutual fund. So they gather all your money. So they are going to make their own money from the volume, because this is what happened. Fixed deposit is only for people that have big money. All right. Because the essence of those accounts is that those accounts cannot make you rich. They can't make you rich. Putting your money in a money market cannot make you rich. The essence of that market is for liquidity. Okay, it's not for prosperity. It's for liquidity, it's not for prosperity. It means that you have created, you have developed fantastic skill. You have made a lot of money in your business. You have 5 billion you are not using right now. So you just put it in the fixed deposit. They will give you 20%. Guess what? 20% of 5 billion in a year is 1 billion. So you can take 300 million from that 1 billion that they have given to you for sure, and you can use it to ball. They can use it to ball. And by the way, you can even negotiate with them more. They can even give you 25% of that money, because that money is huge for a whole year, and they will give you the interest of that money up front. But what is the 20%? 15%, 20% of 1 million? That's 200,000. And that's all they're going to give you. And then you just say, my money is in fixed deposit. I just put my money in fixed deposit. How much is the money that you're talking about? You're talking about 1 million. You have been scammed. Hello, you have been scammed. You have been lied to. You have been lied to live your life on the edge, on the partial. You are getting by in life when you should be getting ahead. The essence of the 1 million is not put the 1 million in yourself, invest it in yourself, use it to develop a better skill, learn how to sell, learn how to close, learn how to negotiate, learn how to make big money. That is when those things favors you. because they design it for people that have mastered big money. So when you don't know what to do with that big money, bring your 5 billion. We give you 20% in a year. The 20% give you 1 billion, and you can live the rest of your 1 year on that 1 billion. Where you're starting to figure out what to do next in the next coming year. That's what I do. But it's not for that's 1,500,000. But guess what I do with that 500,000? They look for 1,000 people that can put a million in a fixed deposit. That's going to be $1 billion, $1 billion naira for them. They are going to benefit from it, not you. It is for them, not you now. Are you seeing the difference now? It is for them, not you. So they have rigged the system against you. And the financial system of our world has been rigged against an everyday guy, but you don't know. So the first thing is about the retirement. The second thing is about the returns. And the third thing I want to talk to you about is about what they talk about most of the time. It's called risks. So somebody will tell you, life is about taking risks. Business is about taking risks. No. Life is not about taking risks. Life is about managing risks. You're not here to take risks. You're here to manage risks, okay? If you want to get rich, don't take risks. Have you forgotten? Now, I told you something before. Don't do what the bank tells you to do. Do what the bank do, not what they say to you. Do what they do, not what they say. What does a bank do? When you go to a bank, do you see a risk-taking department? No. What do you see? Risk management department. Because you're meant to manage risks. So what do? Management is about measurement. And measurement is about improvement. I will say that again. Management is about measurement. Measurement is about improvement. So what do? You want to manage risks. You don't want to take risks. Don't take risks, my friend. And how do you manage risks? You manage risks by following the mathematics of risk management. It's a very simple mathematics. How do you do that? When anything is put before you, always think about the upside of that thing. If the upside of what is put before you is unlimited, and if the downside of what is put before you is limited, that is an intelligent risk. All right. And if the upside of what is put to you is limited and the downside is unlimited, that is a stupid risk. You don't want to take stupid risks in your life. You don't want to manage stupid risks. You want to engage in intelligent risks. Life involves risks, but it must not be taken. It must be managed. Life itself is risks. So we are not in life to take risks. We are in life to manage risks. So what do you want to do? You need to realize that there is a thin line between taking risks and putting your life at risk. So you don't want to put your life at risk. You only want to manage risks. So what do you want to do? You want to know, this thing, is he an intelligent risk? If it's an intelligent risk, go for it. But you must know how to do the math. You must know how to do the checklist. And so they tell you, don't take risks, man. And some people also lie to you. They tell you that every wealthy people, they are risk taker. Wealthy people are not risk taker. They are risk manager. So you want to manage risks. You don't want to take risks. It is foolishness to see danger in front of you and enter into it. No. It is lack of foolishness. We're in this life to manage risks. Life, inherent in life is risks. Something cannot be inherent in something and we're still looking for you to take it. How do you want to take it? That is a body trouble. That is a double tragedy. You are not here to take risks. You are here to manage risks. So you must understand the dynamics of managing risks, which is about intelligent one and stupid one. So these risks are in two shades and forms. It's either it's intelligent or it is stupid. You don't want to take stupid risks because it will ruin your life. It will twist your life. It will destroy your life. Now imagine, what do you call this kind of risks? Someone, when you are a single man, all right, you live in your house, then you have 5 million naira. You can put the entirety of that 5 million naira on something and maybe the money just went off. But now you are married, you have 3 kids, and you have 5 million naira. And somebody is telling you about an idea. You're not thinking about how your family is going to be taken care of. The day-to-day bills that need to be paid. And then you took the 5 million naira and you put it out into something that you are not in control of. You have not taken risks. You have just put your life and the life of your entire family at risk. And that is dangerous. Financial stupidity is a devourer. Don't engage in it. Financial stupidity will ruin your chances of living a long life. Financial stupidity will ruin your chances of living a healthy life. Don't partake of it. So what happened is that know the difference between intelligent risks and stupid risks. And you see there's a thin line. It's a thin line. So you can take that risk. When people were taking their money and doing MMM, and they put their money into something they are not in control of. I remember I was interviewed by a TV station at that time, and I told them that this thing is a bubble, and bubble does not last. Some people call it onto the TV, and they insult me. They call me all sort of names. But because wealth respond to exchange, not to hope. Wealth respond to exchange, not to wishes. So if you understand that, you will realize that if you want to create wealth, it's about exchange, it's not about hope, because money is a value voucher. All right, money is a value voucher. So you need to understand this thing. Ask yourself, when somebody say, oh, there is risks in it, there is risks in everything. But for us, we can only manage intelligent risks, not a stupid one. So you need to first understand the dynamics of what is before you. What is before me? Is it intelligent risks or is it a stupid risk? All right. Now, depending that, I'm working in an organization and they're paying you a particular amount of money, and you're just hoping that when you retire, the money they are removing, is going to start. They're going to start paying pension and all of that. That is not an intelligent risk you have. It's an unintelligent, stupid one. So this is what happened. Your financial freedom is your duty. It's not the duty of your employer or your government. Okay? So you need to understand that. So the moment you understand those things, multiple streams of income in an intelligent way is your duty, not the duty of anybody. All right. And these are the things that people don't do. So these wonders happen every single time. So what are your metrics about retirement? What are your metrics about returns? What are your metrics about risks? I've just shown you 3R that you can use to create wonders in your life. Okay. So you need to begin to look at your life today and begin to ask yourself, you are not, the way you are living your life may be risky. All right. You're living your life just on hope. You don't have a plan. It's risky. All right. You're living your life hoping that you are going to hit an home run. You don't want to walk the process. It's risky. You see, because the reason why people get scammed is because they think that wealth is an event. Wealth is not an event, it's a process. So if you're trying to make money by depending on 24-hour miracle alone, your life is risky, my friend. All right. If you're trying to make money, hoping that one day your pastor is going to pour oil on your head and something has just happened to you when you have mismanaged your life. If you are hoping that because you give 10% of your money, but you mismanage 90% that is remaining, you are putting your life at risk. Because look at it this way: you give 10%. According to you, you put 10% as a tithe, you give it to God, but you mismanage 90% and you expect to be rich. You're not going to be rich because much of the money has been mismanaged. So that is risky. So learning how money works is intelligent control. So you need intelligent control in your life, because the more control that you have, the lesser risk that you have. The lesser control that you have, the more risk that you have. So look at your life today. Where else? Insight, education, developing yourself, give you more control over your own economy. All right. Instead of just scrolling through the Facebook every single time, why not spend time? Instead of trying to be current, though you don't have money in your current account, instead of doing all of those things, why not sit down and begin to spend those hours to read? 1 hour of reading every single day can literally make you on a subject. 1 hour of study on a subject a day will make you an automatic expert in 1 year. 1 hour of reading, intelligent, deep reading on a subject every single day. It will change your life within a year. So what I want you to do to me today, like I've always asked you, I've devoted my time, sacrifice to be here with you this morning. Let's help me to help someone. Help me to share this video, make a comment on it, share this video as many likes it as many times as you can. Like the video, keep liking it, and then help me to reach, share the video. Help me to share the video so that we can reach more people. Because the truth of the matter is, you cannot mismanage money and expect money to be kind to you. Because money has 3 dimensions. Money, there is a skill to money, there is a system to money, and there's a spirit to money. The spirit of money honors respect. The spirit of money honors courage. The spirit of money honors speed. The spirit of money honors exchange. The spirit of money honors circulation. The truth of the matter is, if you violated all of these things, the spirit of money is going to work against you. So the spirit of money honors value. So most people don't understand. So there's a spirit to money. So there is a system to money. The system to money honors skill. The system to money honors system. It honors you putting things in order. All right? Order. Because wherever there is order, there is increase. Wherever there is order, there is progress. Some of you are losing more money because you don't have order in your finances. You spend money without even knowing what you're spending on. And you think it's the people from the village that is chasing you. The truth is, if they are chasing you at all, they are chasing you through your disorderly life. So you need, the moment you get disorder, they leave you alone. All right? So there is a spirit, there is a system, and there is a skill. Money making is like learning how to ride a bicycle. Money making is a skill. Now listen to this. Money making is a skill. Skill creates money. Money making is a skill. So you can develop high income skill. Learning how to sell. Learning how to communicate. All right. Because you can make money only in 4 dimensions. All right. There are 4 skill levels. The lowest skill level is called muscular implementation. You just want to do. You just want to do. You just want to do. So, but you can leave the realm of doing. So I say that this is what I say. I say wealth is that. Wealth is that. That's one of my products. That's one of my program. It's called Wealth is That. What is that? It means that DAD, that. Wealth is that. What does that mean? It means that Wealth is That is an acronym. That means you start from do. But if you want to make more money, you go from do to automate, which is the A. And you go from automate to delegate. Now, people that delegate make more money than people that do. So the lowest way of making money in life is to do. So money making is a skill, but the question you have to ask yourself is that this skill level, where are you on it? Because if you want to make money, you don't need to work harder. You need to go higher. So on the ladder of the money making skill level, you go from doing to delegating. All right. So you go from doing to delegating, which is like a management. Okay. You can supervise other people. Do you notice that the people, the foreman on site make more money than the laborers on site? Now, but guess what? Who does the work on site? The laborers do the work, but the foreman get more paid because there is more value on being a foreman than being a laborer. And that is how the society, the word of Caesar works. It is what the word of Caesar places value on that pays more for. So you go from do to delegate. And then you go from delegate to demonstrate. Now, the point of demonstration is that you learn how to communicate, and that is skill of selling. The skill of, look at it. A singer can make millions. A Haley singer can make millions. What does he use to make the millions? His mouth. Okay? So you can go from do to delegate to demonstrate, which is about communicating. You learn how to communicate, learn how to persuade. That is what you do. Okay? And then you can then go from there to using your mind, which is the last stage. And I call it design. So you can make money from design thinking. So you think. So what do you do there? You did. So you go from do to delegate to demonstrate to design. So you become a design thinker. So you use your mind because your mind is an infinite tool, is an infinite asset. Your mouth is an infinite asset. You can create millions with your mouth. You can create billions with your mouth. So you go from do to delegate, to demonstrate, and to design. So these are the 4 dimensions of skill set. So money is a skill set. Check your life. The money you have reveal the skills you have. So wealth is that. Is do, automate, and delegate. Do, automate, and delegate. So wealth is that. Wealth is that. You know. So what do you want to do? Where are you? You know, most people end up just ending up in the place of do. They never get to a point of delegate. They never point to the point of demonstrate. Neither did they get to the points of design. They didn't make money from thinking. You know, they never make money from using their mind. Few person make money from using their mouth. Then some people make money from managing. But most people make money from muzzle. Muzzle only sell time. And if you only make money from time, the older you get, the weaker you get. The older you get, the poorer you can get. Because the body gets weak as you get older, physically. All right? So but what happened to you? So if your money, by no strength shall no man be rich. You can't be rich by using strength, because strength fails. But if you want to be rich, turn your strength to system. So this is how it happens. So this is how we do it. This is how it goes. And that's what I've shown you. You know, so you want to see now. You want to begin to ask yourself fundamental questions. You want to begin to ask yourself fundamental tools. And how have what's my concept of retirement? What's my concept of returns? What controls do I have over these things? What's my concept of risks? If you put all of these things together, and guess what happened? There's someone on your timeline that needs to hear this, because it can literally change your life. There are a couple of videos. If you have not watched the last video that I did, go watch them, because it's going to help you a lot. All right. And then share the video. Share. Let's reach out to more people. Let's help more people. If you have not followed me on this page, please do follow me. Okay. Let's reach out to more people. Let's reach out to more people. Like I said, if I get to 5,000 before Sunday, I'm gonna give you a bonus class that I say how to make millions, averagely $1 million predictably every month. I don't care what you do. And that's one of my ultimate monetization system. So I'm going to show you that for free. People pay me about $250,000 to learn that course from me, but I'm going to give it to you for free. But it's on one condition: get me to a 5,000 and above. I'm almost at 5,000 right now. In the last few days, more people have been following on this page, you know, and this is it. I'm committed to show you what works as I work them in my life, and I've been working them in my life. So it's a beautiful morning. This is Thursday morning, and plenty of things are available today. Like today, I'll be speaking in a church. It's a CAC church that invited me. You know, it's quite hard for me. I've never spoken in that kind of setting before, but I've been invited. They have policed me for the past 6 months to 8 months for this meeting, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna honor them to be there. Today, my twin sisters are graduating from Covenant University. They finished with the first class. It's a beautiful day for our family in a way right here. You know, so beautiful. 2 of them graduated, did 2 different courses, but they're twins. They graduated with the first class. We're grateful to God for them. They are my very younger family. All right. So we're celebrating them. And the truth is, plenty of deals today is going to happen. Set up your day. Focus on your target. Don't live your life on random. Focus on target. Focus on target. Life works on target. You see, if you don't have a target, you become a target of ridicule. If you don't have a target, you become a target of smallness. If you don't have a target, you become a target of regret. If you don't have a target, you become a target of excuse. So, ladies and gentlemen, always start your day with a target. What do you want to get done today? It's not about what you want to do. It's about what you want to get done. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so that's a beautiful one. That's an awesome day today. And so it's gonna be awesome, it's gonna be beautiful, it's gonna be an amazing moment. So set out, set out. Remember that the insight change your season. You know, Emeka really made me excited when we started the class today about how he practiced what I shared yesterday about the merchandise, you know, how why 90% of people agonize financially. And the reason why people agonize financially is because they don't have a merchandise, and they can't have a merchandise because they don't know that they're enterprise. And because they don't know their enterprise, guess what happened? Because they don't know their enterprise, they can't have a merchandise. And because they don't have a merchandise, they cannot monetize. And because they can't monetize, they cannot optimize. So, ladies and gentlemen, you need to see yourself as a profitable enterprise. And if you are enterprise, there is a merchandise, there is a skill set that you have. You begin to put your skill set in categories. Is your skill, do you have an high income skill? How can you convert them to income in the real sense of it? How can you create asset out of these things? And these are fundamentals. These are fundamentals. These are fundamentals. And I tell you, if you do these things, it's going to work. It's been a lovely day. This is 1:33 in Nigeria and different part of the world right now. Different people, a lot of people are going to wake up in the morning to this video. And so you want to bombard your timelines, share it, and let people see it, that this is what you have learned earlier of the morning while they're sleeping before you go to bed. Because before you go to bed, you're already equipped for the day to learn something new that can help you to do an amazing stuff. All right. So, and in another class, maybe this morning, today, I'm going to show you how to turn your contracts to cash flow. You know, it's a very lovely series that I have. It's a program, but I'm going to show you. It's another level of monetization, how to turn your contract to cash flow. And that is literally about selling. I'm going to tell you how to describe things to people that will make them beg to give you money. I'll show you how to activate a mood on people, because I say people buy when they feel like buying. I'm going to show you today how to make people feel like buying, how to create a demand for whatever it is that you are selling. All right, so you can create a demand for your skill. I'm going to show you. It's going to be a very short class today, how to create a demand for anything that you have, you know, contact or cash flow. I'm going to show you that system today, being Thursday night stroke Friday. All right, God help me, because it's a very quiet, strong, busy day for me. But the truth is, I want to show up here for you every day till, you know, when I just feel is enough, you know. But I believe that if you can take all that you are learning and begin to experiment with them and begin to do stuff with them, you know, you start changing your season positively. And that's my joy. Isn't my biggest excitement is that you do these things and it produces results for you. That's my biggest excitement. My biggest reward is you do these things and your life get better. Because the more people that are succeeding, you know, the more people that are succeeding, the more you are going to get blessed. So I'm going to show you. So there are 5 framework to what I'm going to share with you tomorrow. And this evening, you know, it is how you go from, there are 5 C's. You know, I'll show you how you go from contact to communication. How do you communicate with your contact? You know, so how the communication will lead to connection. All right. How connection will lead to contract, and how contract will lead to cash flow. I'm going to show you a template, a very fundamental template, how to turn your cash contact to cash flow. You know, this is a program that I've created, but I'm going to share a version of it with you, and how you can literally use these things to change your world. Okay, so you can monetize what you have. All right. So, and it's, you know, you have heard people say to you, contact is contact is contract. But in between contact to contract, there is 2 levels of C's, which is communication and connection, that will lead to contract. And contract is what leads to cash flow. So I'm going to show you that framework. And I'm going to show you the communication tools. I call it the persuasive communication tools that you can use to get people to love to give you money. Because the moment I can show you how people can love to give you money, you are in command of your own economy. So thank you very much, everyone. I hope I've been a blessing to you this morning. And if I have been a blessing to you, the only way you can reciprocate for other people in your life is to share this video, make a comment, share it, say one of the things you have learned today, like this video as much as you can, and let's get more people helped. Because you see, we are for ourselves. If we don't help ourselves, are we going to help? I could as well charge for these sections. I could as well ask people to pay. But if there's any way I can pay forward, is this what I'm doing to you? To help you, to be able to help other people. Because the moment you can make your own economy, poverty is not a testimony. Poverty is not a testimony. So if you get better economically, you'll be able to help other people. Because you see, we often thought that the best way to help people is to give them money. No, the best way to help people is to show them how to make their own money. Because the moment they can make their own money, they are in control. Remember what I said, the higher the control, the lesser the risks. The lesser they control, the higher the risks. The politicians of our world today want to give people, tips during the election that make their destiny to sleep. And as a result of that, they keep doing that while they are focusing on their own children. Because you see, they don't want you to have control over your own life. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault. So ladies and gentlemen, don't forget this offer that I have for you. All right, don't ever forget this offer that I have for you. So these offers are very beautiful. Before I go, remember I have 4 books for you. It's called The Close or Lose, Shut Up and Collect the Money, How to Take Charge of Your Personal Economy, Stay Hungry, Go Starving, and The Money Code. Now these 4 books are going to be, each of them is 7,000 naira. That means if you're going to put 4 of them together, it's going to be 28,000. But I'm offering you these 4 books at 20,000. And at the same time, I'm giving you another free book of mine. You could either be either, but I'm giving you a book of follow-up or fold-up. That book on its own is 7,000. That means this entire product is 35,000. But I'm giving you this package if you are in Nigeria, anywhere in Nigeria, for 20,000. That is it, instead of 35. But that's number 1. I'm having a program in December called How to Win Your money game for 2024. The program is 100,000 naira. But because you are picking up this, you will get it for free. So I'm going to give you that ticket for free because you pick up this book. And like Emeka said, you have not gotten Shut Up and Collect the Money. You can order for the Shut Up and Collect the Money. We'll find a way to get the book across to you if you're paying for the shipping, and that is going to help you. All right. So this 4 book is an amazing book. It's going to change your life. This one, you're going to learn how to sell. You're going to learn how to be persuasive. You're going to know why people buy things. And this is going to show you how to stay connected all the time, how to stay hungry for what you want, and how not to be, when rejection come your way, how to scale through it. I show you the patterns in the book called Stay Hungry, Go Starving. This is where you're going to show you how to create massive success for yourself, no matter what's happening around you. This book is going to show you. This book, How to Shut Up and Collect the Money. Look at it underneath. It says, this is how to take charge of your personal economy. So it's about your personal economy, and this book shows you how to take charge of it. The Money Code shows you my template of how I made my first $1 million or more. And I put it in the book in a systemic way that you can learn from and you can change your life. So these 4 books should be on your shelf, in your mind. Read it again and again, and your entire life will now remain the same again. So all you need to do is to come, thank you very much for that, Mr. Sunday. All you need to do is to come to the comment section or go to my bio. You will see it on my bio. I put it there on my bio, the links. You can order for the book, or you can put it on the comment of this section. I want the bundle. Just call the bundle. The moment you put I want the bundle, we're going to get it across to you. And some of you have a team members, you want them to buy this book. Recommend this bundle for them, because the program in December is going to be amazing. I'm showing you how to create a template by the grace of God to make all the money you want to make in 2024. And the best time to plan for 2024 is not in 2024. So that's what I'm going to do the program in December, and I'm going to show you the template. It's going to be about 4 hours of program, 4 to 5 hours of program, and I'm going to show you step by step what we're going to do. Okay, and people have started ordering the book from all over the country, and you can do this. And if you have bought the book before, if you still have 1 or 2 copies, you have not gotten in all of these copies, pick them up, and we can automatically also register you for the program, because I want you to be part of that program so that you can literally change your life. So thank you very much for hanging out with me. This is almost 2 a.m. Nigerian time. I'll see you again. Thank you. Don't forget to share this video as many times as you can. I will see you again tomorrow by the grace of God. Peace, love, and cash flow. I love